I feel that. So when I get to the gym at 4 a.m., 2-3 people in there maybe, right? And like, for example, this morning, I'm on my way to my car to go to the gym, and I'm not a big stars guy. I mean, I am. I admire the beauty, but I looked up, and I stopped for probably about 2-3 minutes, and I kind of just like soaked it all in. And say those same stars were there at 11 or 12, right? I probably would have just walked right in my house. So there's something, maybe I'm shaking that energy off as I'm walking in, but it was just like a fresh slate, and I was kind of open to everything. And I noticed it in the gym too. My phone's always ringing from 8 to probably 9:30, right? So if I go to the gym at 5, I'm going to be distracted. I'm going to have to answer a text. I'm going to have to answer a call, whatever it might be, and it'll kind of throw me off my rhythm. And the working out is kind of a meditation for me as well, right? So it's a physical, I'm bringing in, physical energy, and I'm listening to the music, and that's giving me energy. But if it gets interrupted, you have to restart again. Now, I'll notice when I get in at 4, I'm running through my weight. I'm super, mind to body pump, all that type of stuff is happening. By the time I leave, it's about 6:30, right? And I'll lose focus. I'll see somebody that I know, which is awesome, right? You get to build relationships and things of that nature. But there's more people in there, and there's more things going on, and I'm not as focused on myself. And I think that's really the benefit for the gym in the morning, at least for me, is just that time to kind of like map out my day, think about what I'm going to do, think about what I need to improve on, think about what I'm doing wrong, things that I could change. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And it's just a whole way to map everything out. And I definitely believe in waking up early.
I couldn't agree more. Whether you're in the gym or not, just being awake and conscious at those early hours allow you to really align with not just your day, but yourself, because you're a new person every day. You're a new person every moment.
100%.
But especially after you wake up in the morning, your body's gone through the whole healing process, the whole spiritual attunement that happens at nighttime. Well, I won't digress on that right now, but the point is, when you wake up, even if it's just moseying around the house with a cup of coffee, you're with yourself. When you made that example about being at the gym at 4 a.m., like, you don't have any issues with your mind muscle, because you don't really have any, like, you have done the work on yourself to already be at a certain level of performance.
Absolutely.
Right. So you just have clarity of space to embody yourself, embody your spirit for the day. Because we are spiritual beings living a human experience here.
I say this all the time. Huge believer in that.
It's true.
Oh, absolutely. Not a human. Dwayne Dyer.
Wayne Dyer, Dr. Wayne Dyer. Love that guy.
Dwayne Dyer is awesome, man. Awesome. That one clicked with me when he said that. He's a great guy. Speaking more on your business itself.
Yes.
Let's talk processes. Let's talk hiring. Let's talk marketing.
Sure.
Let's talk it all, man.
Let's talk all of it. Where do you want to start?
Let's processes.
Okay. So processes as in processes, because there's marketing processes. Are you referring to my process in transformation with my clients, or?
We're both athletes, ex-athletes. What's your playbook for your business?
Provide value.
Provide value.
Provide value.
Okay.
Get the result.
Get the result.
Yeah, solve the problem for the client.
At your foundation of the value that you bring to the market.
100%.
At the foundation, though.
The foundation, yeah.
At the foundation.
Yeah, I can get it. I can get it done where other people can't.
You can get it done, and what is it?
Whatever transformation someone's seeking.
Got you. So businesses come to you. They say, hey, we need this done. You analyze.
Well, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
So one of my clients, he is a head of sales at an HVAC company.
Gotcha.
He wanted to transition into private consulting, sales consulting.
Okay.
Completely different realm. Skill set, transferable, but the context in which he's playing, completely different.
Got you.
He's going from being an entrepreneur to now an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
Huge identity shift.
Absolutely.
It's who he is in his natural growth process, but how do you bridge that gap, right? How do you bridge that gap? And I bridge that gap.
Got you.
Yeah.
So you're not focused on a business. You're focused on the individuals.
The business is always an extension of the individual. The
Absolutely.
business is a vehicle to impart some kind of service into the marketplace.
Got you. Now, business owners come to you, or individuals come to you, or all of the above, or how does your business work?
Yeah, it's business owners.
Business owners.
Yeah, I have my client acquisition systems and whatnot. And, that I use a lot of speaking, spoken on some really cool stages. I have a lot of notoriety, a lot of word of mouth.
Love it.
I remember the $100 million mastermind with Dan Fleischman and Joel Marion. I remember I was there, speaking on the same stage as, Jordan Belfort, Jim
That's
Quick.
awesome, man.
Yeah, it's on my Instagram. If you click the live talks, the little highlight there, you can go through it.
Now, marketing.
And so, like, things like that, like, when you have things like this, like, you don't necessarily need to do too much, like, selling. Because I don't serve the, respectfully, the bottom 95%. I'd serve the top 5%.
Absolutely.
Of operators.
Now, did you go into this business focusing on that 5%?
It came naturally because the concepts that I teach, only the top 5% have the faculties to even absorb and execute on.
Got you.
Yeah, so I'm not the guy for you if you're like just getting started in entrepreneurship. I'm not the guy. I can recommend some books and point you in a direction, but no, Reality Mastery wouldn't be for someone that's not at least a pretty decently advanced entrepreneur.
Copy. Now, I reference Tim S. Grover a lot. Tim S. Grover was a physical trainer, right? And nobody would give him a shot. And he didn't think Michael Jordan would give him a shot. He thought that was the last person that would give him a shot. Michael Jordan gave him a shot. And what he was able to do with Michael Jordan built that reputation, right? Who is your Michael Jordan?
I have a lot of really cool clients. I would say I have a few Michael Jordans.
Yeah.
Now,
who's your first Michael Jordan?
One of my good friends. He's in Roseville here. Well, he's a good friend now. I'll leave his name out of it.
Yeah.
Big mortgage broker.
Big mortgage broker.
Yeah, big mortgage broker.
Very cool.
Yeah, but he's a senior vice president of his company.
And how did you grab a hold? So what I'm trying to get to the base, so someone out there's got a business idea. They don't have any business yet. Could be the best business idea in the world. How do you tap into that first transaction?
So that's not what we would help with the Reality Mastery, but I will answer your question.
Yeah.
How to tap into? I would say shoot the gun.
I'm saying you personally.
Oh, me personally. Okay.
Your business. Because you had to start from zero somewhere.
Okay. So, I think what you're asking, correct me if I'm wrong, is where did Reality Mastery start?
Exactly.
Okay. So I found myself 2020. I would always say, if you asked me at about the end of 2019, Kosh, what do you do? I would have been like, I'm an entrepreneur first, coach second. Coaching was the side hustle. At the time, I was running a supplement company, Modern Lifestyle Supplements. We're doing really well. I had my hand in a few real estate investments. It was going good.
Yeah.
COVID hit. Bank stopped funding jumbo loans. Exit value on one of my properties is $680K. Ain't no loan. I'm just getting $100K low balls.
Yeah.
From my investors. I'm like, shit.
Wow.
Yeah. God bless his soul, contractor. He's still alive, but he had a heart attack during the rehab. So, thankfully he's fine. But, construction loan every month, utilities, mortgage, all that, flushing money. Even the project was done, couldn't sell. No one qualified to buy it except other investors that, were capital heavy and they could,
everybody's
they're
tight
chilling
at that point.
Except for the people that had money and they're just looking to acquire assets. And here 100%. I am, you know what I mean? So that was going on. My supplement company at the time, we're doing really well, doing about 30, 40K a month sales, gross.
Yeah.
And reinvesting back in the company. So we're getting ready to scale to 7 figures.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you're familiar with the company Jazzercise by chance.
Yeah.
So I hired their marketing company that did the scaling of their business.
Okay, gotcha.
So I spent some money and ads accordingly, rebranded, new website, all new packaging, matte black finishes, getting shit artistically designed.
Yeah.
Come COVID. We're doing our first launch. 31 ads to cart. COVID hits. We're doing good. Let's fast forward like a couple weeks from doing good, on the new trajectory, 7 figures. COVID hits. Everyone stops buying everything but toilet paper. If you guys remember, that's all anyone wanted to buy.
Yes.
I'm over here like shit. I'm over here thinking I diversified, real estate, e-com.
Yeah.
It seems like I'm a good idea. Coaching side. I was okay. I'm thinking I'm fine. Whoa, Black Swan event. So what happened was, found myself with making 31 ads to cart, 0 purchases. That defies all marketing logic. How does that make any sense? I mean, you got to the bottom of my funnel. You didn't buy anything. 31 of y'all added to cart. 31. 31 people looked at the cart and chose to not buy anything. I could see this in the back end, right? So at this point, I'm like, shit. Real estate, shit. Fast forward 3-4 months. Luckily, I sold the property, got out of it in a profit zone. It's barely profit zone.
Yeah.
Supplement company at this point I had a decision to make. I'm sitting here. I'm in my penthouse apartment, exotic cars, Maseratis in the garage. Just don't know how to pay rent. Seriously. Because I had a business partner in my supplement company too. It's not like I can just take funds, you know what I mean? I'm a coaching side hustle and stuff. Everything got tight right there. So long story short, we ended up liquidating the supplement company, got some money, then I had time, and had to make a decision. Now, it's the short version of it, of course. In between that happening, I had this 2 weeks of death that happened. It was a huge ego death. Like, I thought I was kind of spiritual before, but then I really got stripped naked of everything I ever was. Like, I had built this, like, superhero character that made all of my childhood insecurities and traumas, like, go away. Just, like, stabbed, like, 220, 8% body fat, millionaire, exotic cars. I'm like, I walk into the club, like, Akash, right this way, no problem. Everybody knows me. Got a cool girlfriend at the time. I'm that man, quote unquote. All got ripped away within a matter of 4 weeks. Just came down. And then I was like, holy shit. Do I want to get up? I'm in so much pain. I'm on my couch yelling and screaming, mad at God. I'm like so mad because I tried everything, dude. Like if you had a media company follow me around all day, I would be very comfortable with that 24/7 around the clock performance to be blasted all over like I was very comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I did everything in my power to make it happen. So to have it get taken away from me, I was just like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
What did I do wrong? And then there was a certain point where I had like a coming to Jesus moment where literally I was like, God, if somehow you could just save me, all I will do is help people. Because clearly I've gotten this wrong. I had some realizations that happened as I was screaming, yelling in my penthouse, just, like, oh God, I hope my neighbors didn't hear me, Jesus. It was loud, like at the top of my lungs, like stomping on the ground, like just mad. My cats are under the bed. They're like, I don't know what this guy's doing right now. It was even though it was so long ago, and obviously I'm here now, but every time I talk about it, it was not easy. Did a whole bunch of positive gain come, sure, but it was some fucked up emotions. So there was this moment where right after I literally was yelling and screaming, I was telling God, like, okay, because I was in so much pain, dude. I was like, should I get up to go to the bathroom? Because my bones hurt that bad. It was less pain for me to hold my piss, excuse my language, than to actually get up and walk to the bathroom. The bathroom's about 20 feet away, too. That's the kind of level I was at. And it stayed like that for like 7 days. It was like 3 days down to hell, 7 days there, 3 days out. It was like a total of 2 weeks just in the house. I don't think I left much. I had a balcony to get some sunlight here and there. I don't think I left much at all. And when I made that proclamation to God, like, because I'm like, obviously I've done something wrong here.
Yeah.
Obviously, look at me. Like, I counted for everything tactically. Every number was crunched. All equations were made here. I mean, in hindsight, could I have like read the global market better and anticipated the pandemic? I mean, maybe, but like I did everything I could that I had in my wherewithal. So, right, I remember yelling, saying, the great Akashaesthetics is dead. Like, I remember professing this in my penthouse, just there. Just like, I'm dead. I'm nothing. I ain't shit. I'm sorry, God. Because at this point, I'm like, obviously I fucked up if they end up in this position somehow. And then right there, was this voice in my head that turned on. Like, nah, son, you're all good. You're just a coach first and entrepreneur second. That's what we wanted you to know. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, wait,
what
what?
it is, though.
Yeah. I had my hats mixed. I had my hats mixed up, man. I was a coach second and a consultant / coach second, entrepreneur first. I had this weird thought process that, like, I'll just get the bag and, like, then I'll, like, because I always knew I loved the feeling I get from coaching. But I have the willpower of an ox, dude. There was nothing that could, like, stop my progression in the marketing world. Like, I was about to take that company to, like, fucking 8-9 figures. I was going to, which means Reality Mastery would have never been born. Would have never been born. Like,
you
everything.
Had to die.
God had to do it.
And that was the only
God
way.
is like, he's so head up his ass right now. There's no other way. We must obliterate everything he's created.
You wouldn't have seen it.
I had to be humbled. I had to be humbled by God.
Yeah.
Jesus or whatever you want to call it, or the forces of the universe, the laws of quantum mechanics, because I was moving vibrationally off my native frequency.
Yep.
My native frequency, like not like what you've acquired, like organically. No, I mean like your native soul's essence, that like just who you are naked as a being. I was not aligned with that, and I didn't know. I didn't know because I was a product of my traumas and my pain as a child, so which that made my perception.
These rewards, right? So
right,
you perceive rewards as going the right way sometimes.
Right. And I'm acquiring money in the society and the matrix that we live in, right, has, rewarded that behavior. So I'm thinking like, okay, let me just like pay off my parents' house, do these things, establish some assets that are cash flowing me this amount of money, and then I will go and then do my philanthropic service work after I just be a rich asshole, basically. Basically is what I was saying to God.
I laugh because I had a very similar experience.
You did now, huh?
I did.
Yeah, but and I want to hear about that. But just to just wrap this point up, there, I had that come to Jesus moment. Then I got a phone call from my friends. In that moment, right, I was like, "What? Really?" And then this voice is now talking to me in my head. This voice is created reality mastery. It was my higher self. But I got this phone call right in that moment as this voice started talking to me from my friend. He owned a meal prep company, going out a bit tripping. Obviously, COVID. No one's buying food from nobody. You know what I mean? I don't know who made this, where they got COVID, all this stuff. He would just at his whim's end. And I don't know, because at that point, I didn't have the actual experience to coach him through this, because I'm going through it too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, but for whatever reason, I started speaking. And what I was speaking was with so much conviction and law and so much like reverence that it brought him out of what he was going through. I just knew what to say. I didn't even know where this information and words are coming from. I was just straight like being animated. It was as if like I had like a puppet, like in like my higher self was just like mouthing off words to him. And then it's what he needed, you know what I'm saying? And now he's pivoted. He has his own thing going on. He's got, he's very successful and whatnot. But I'm like, holy shit. Did I just help him master my reality? Help him master his reality? I didn't use those words at that time. But now looking back, I'm like, I totally just helped him out. Master his reality. What the hell?
You realized your gift.
Yeah, I realized my gift in that moment. I was like, this is what I should be. Because I felt so rich after that call. I'm still broke, obviously, at that point. I'm like, oh, God. You know what I mean? But I felt wealthy right there. And I was like, I need to do more of this. And God's like, yeah, you do. I was like, yeah, you do. And one thing led to another. Another person came in front of me. Another person came in front of me. I start to figure out, like, what am I actually doing here? Then I actually have some quantum track record to actually look back in hindsight. I can actually look back and connect the dots and be like, whoa, now I see what I was doing there. There's no way I could have strategically planned for this, because you can't. It's not linear. It's quantum, right? By the time your brain calculates data, let me give you a little example here. From an electromagnetic standpoint that they can test from a clinical science perspective, your brain, the vibratory rate of your brain versus your heart, it would take over 2,000 years to process the amount of data that the heart can, from the brain, that the heart can process in 4 minutes. I just want to say that one more time. The heart can process the amount of data that would take the brain 2,000 years in 4 minutes. Facts. Right there. I was like, no wonder I could never strategically plan these moves.